Janandam, to all participants. That was a very beautiful darshan all of us just had as Swamiji, as Venkateshwara Bhava. Like, Swamiji was like, how to say, there's no words to describe Swamiji because all participants supposed your experience. How was the darshan for all of you today? Where like Swamiji came and blessed each and every one of us, attending to our prayers, this giving, blessing our boons, and helping us to manifest abundance in our life. As very beautifully, Swamiji has Venkateshwara bless each and every one of us to manifest, to awaken this wealth consciousness in all of us. So such an amazing darshan. Like even for me also, like seeing Swamiji, like Swamiji was like you can literally see Swamiji in that bhav. Literally, there's no difference between Swamiji and Venkateshwara. It is Venkateshwara who's standing there as Swamiji. Like that love, compassion, every single thing, like from the way Swamiji came, the Alankaram done, and how Swamiji was, that everything was just no words to be said. I request all participants to post your experience and understand today is the auspicious day of Akshaya Tritiya, where Swamiji blesses each and every one of us to manifest abundance, like how Krishna manifested abundance in Draupadi's life. And also, Venkateshwara got wealth, got loads from Kubera, so that he can keep the currency current. What was reserved, let it be reserved. So, like, let us keep the currency current. So, request all participants to post how was today's darshan for all of you. And Swamiji asked Venkateshwara Bhava. Such an amazing darshan, even though it's a short span of time, but it was just next level. Literally, like, Swamiji just took us in a different plane itself altogether. So, yes, I know all the participants, like, there's such an amazing darshan, no words to say. It's beyond words. Like, many times, even Swamiji comes as simple or it's so much of jewelry. Whatever it is, Swamiji is just, like, no words to describe his beauty, no words to describe how he is. He's beyond words. So with that beautiful space, let us now cherish this space by doing the power manifestation. So request all participants now, we'll be manifesting the power of Ashtamahashaktis, where we'll be increasing the height of increasing the weight of a precious object. As very beautifully all of us learned that when we seek the truth, when we seek that wondrous experience, that first person in us, you manifest wealth in our life. So, yeah, through this power of Garima, through this power of Ashtama Shaktis, we are going to be manifesting wealth and abundance in our life. So, request all participants now. Yes, Makarni Shivnatrajan, Nithilingot Bhavana. I request all of you post, I request all participants to post your experience on this amazing darshan all of us just had. Request all participants to post how was today's darshan for all of you. Swamiji was in the bhavas Venkateshwara, like who represents keeping the currency current, no matter what, keeping the currency current. And Swamiji always says, whenever you want any help, whenever you're in struggle, Venkateshwara is the most available God. Whenever you call him, he's always there. He rushes to his devotees. So with that, and I request all participants now, with that beautiful darshan all of us just now cherish, enjoy. The best way to retain that space within ourselves is through the palm manifestation. So, because all participants now get any object and come, anything which is very precious to you. It can be a gold, it can be a gold ring, anything which is very precious to you. Get that object and come in front of. We are going to be increasing the weight of that object. So, let us now listen to the Shastra Pramana, the beautiful scriptural reference which Paramashiva has spoken in the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. So, very beautifully for this power, Paramashiva reveals in the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra that Mahima Vyapachastanam Brihadendriyadadivihi. Bhagavan Paramashiva says, Mahima is the power to exist pervasively with the help of huge bodies, organs, and such others. These three heavenly bodily powers, such as the Anima, Lagima, and Garima, are expressed through this body. So, we are going to be manifesting this power of increasing the weight of a precious item. So, as very beautifully we heard from the Shastra Pramana, let's now enter into the power manifestation. So, request all participants now to keep an object in front of you and request all of you to weigh the object. So now all the participants, now I request all of you to get your objects and come. Now you're going to manifest the power of Garima, where you're going to increase in the weight of an object. Or if you do not have a weighing scale, request all participants to measure the weight of the precious item. And you're going to be increasing the weight by commanding the one space it's on to always just a. You're going to be commanding the object to increase its weight. So request all of you now to get the precious items. Anything which is precious, either a ring or a bangle or a chain, anything which you feel like you want to manifest this power, because all participants to get it and come. Once you have measured the weight of the object, I request all participants now to place the object in front of you. You can place in front of the cameras also, understand? Each of the Zoom rooms, all the participants, all of you sitting are Swamiji's own reading space. Swamiji is physically there, attending to each and every one of us. He is in continuous Shakti Pada entanglement with all of us. So request all participants to keep your objects in front of the cameras. As a beautiful darshan of Venkateshwara, in the form of Swamiji, all of us just had, Swamiji is still sitting and he is available for each and every one of us. We are sitting in his own reading space. Now, I request all participants now to close their eyes. Connect in oneness with Swamiji. form of Swamiji, which all of us just witnessed.
Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
Now, because all participants, you are going to be increasing the weight of an object. In that beautiful oneness space, you are with Swamiji right now. With all your three eyes, look at the object. Command the object to increase its weight. Let your whole inner space vibrate with the frequency of the Mahavakya.
Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
Joy, that beautiful moment we just had with Swamiji. Understand, he's still there with all of us. Just connect to him. Enjoy the beautiful space, presence with Swamiji.
Paramashivoham Om Nityananda 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 Paramashivoham.
And in the Mahavakya. Because all participants do, let's settle down. Let us manifest the power. Just enjoy. It is your personal time with Swamiji. Each time you manifest the power, it is your personal feeling time, personal feeling connection with Swamiji. Just enjoy his presence.
Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham
Is self-doubt, rising, many thoughts are arising. Just drop everything at Swamiji's feet. Just celebrate yourself with Swamiji.
Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om
Chant the
Nityananda
Mahavakya.
Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda 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 Paramashivoham.
Not entertain any thoughts.
Om
Unclench
Nityananda
from every thoughts that are arising
Paramashivoham.
other than Swamiji. Do not
Om
create any thoughts.
Nityananda
Do not sustain any thoughts. Do not
Paramashivoham.
destroy any thoughts. Just observe.
Om
Unclench.
Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nityananda Paramashivoham.
all participants to continue and empower. Just enjoy the beautiful space which you're having with Swamiji. The fog of Swamiji which all of us just witnessed as Bhagavan Venkateshwara. Enjoy. Just celebrate. It's a personal time with you. Call out to me. Speak to me. Enjoy your life as you're continuing to do this manifestation. Slowly, very slowly, please open your eyes. I now request all participants now to post very fun. Did any manifestation has happened for all? Definitely, Swamiji will manifest. Understand? Whenever Swamiji does anything, whenever Swamiji, especially this after this beautiful darshan always just had, some manifestation Swamiji always does. Something. Either you have felt the heaviness in you dropping, or the heaviness in the object increasing, or who knows, Swamiji would have manifested is being recorded. And who knows, this huge Swamiji would have managed huge amount of wealth in your bank balance. Can be anything. Because all participants, first, how did Swamiji manifest for all of you? Definitely Swamiji would have manifested something for all of you. I know one thing for sure that so such a powerful darshan always just had. Definitely Swamiji would have given a gift for all of us. Swamiji always says, if you're receiving a gift from me, if you're receiving a darshan from me, understand, I not just give you the darshan, I also give you the gift from this darshan. Something or other I'll give you. Like how when Swamiji was with Ganesha, not just Ganesha gave him his darshan and Ganesha eating food, he also gave the fulfillment, the contentment in Swamiji that Ganesha ate food. That space of Samprajnata Samadhi. Same way, all the participants. After beautiful darshan of Swamiji as Bhagavan Venkateshwara, something Swamiji would have manifested. Because all participants to check, how did Swamiji manifest for you? Did you feel lots of heaviness in you just melting away? Or the heaviness in the object just increased? You could just feel it in yourself. Or who knows? Venkateshwara Swamiji would have manifested a wealth for you. Understand? Venkateshwara is the most compassionate God. Swamiji always says, whenever you want anything, Venkateshwara is always available. Even if you have some struggles, he's always there for his devotees, standing and giving darshan. Whether the incident of Prahalada, the small child, where he need to point his pinky finger, point to his father saying, Vishnu is there. And immediately he runs and comes and appears in the pillar saying to Prahalada that I am there. Or even to his devotees. So even now, even the current day also, he is still standing there and blessing each and every one of us. So with that beautiful power manifestation, with the beautiful darshan always just had, let us now enter into a very interesting and exciting segment where Swamiji will be answering all the questions related to health, wealth, and abundance. What exactly is wealth? How can we manifest abundance, wealth in our life? And how to keep the currency current? Understand, wealth is all about keeping the currency current. If you keep the currency current, Venkateshwara will always show it to you because he symbolizes this truth as the sustainer of the universe. He keeps the currency current. Understand? Whatever is that is why whatever loan he took from Kudera, he decided, let me keep the currency current by giving it to my devotees. And again, paying back. He symbolizes the responsibility keeping the currency alive and current. When we do the same thing, by sharing out whatever we have as wealth. You will see Swamiji will manifest 10 times more for all of us. So with that, we will be entering into this beautiful Q&A session by Swamiji on the topic of wealth and abundance, on how to manifest wealth, what is wealth, what is abundance, how to manifest abundance in our life, what is stopping us to manifest abundance in our life. All these questions Swamiji will beautifully answering us. Let us now enter into this beautiful session by Swamiji.
Please understand, if you are struggling with money, you are enjoying the struggle. You are not interested in manifesting. Please at least understand you are enjoying the struggle. You will feel abundance with your struggles. Oh, I want struggles and I have enough, let me enjoy it. At least feel abundance. You want struggles, 2000 struggles around you, and you have 2500 struggles. Enjoy them. Please understand, there is no such thing as struggling with money. If you want to have struggles, you will have struggles. If you want to have money, you will have money. The people who have struggles, they want to have struggles, so they are having it. People who want to have money, they want to have money, they are having it. So, decide, you want to have struggles or you want to have money, you will have it. That clarity should come to your biomemory and muscle memory. You will have what you want. Next. Please understand, in each of this, you have your vested interests. Many times, you visualize in poverty, you are free from all responsibility. You just want to be free from all responsibilities and commitment. Then you constantly visualize, entertain, cherish the poor life. When it actually lands on you, you say, no, this is not what I wanted. Without knowing what is going to come, you cherish, visualize, entertain a thought current. After you attract that, you think, oh God, I think I missed it. Please understand, universe is intelligent and compassionate. It gives you only what you ask for, never anything else. And if you have manifested poor health, unhappy relationship, poverty, look in why you manifested. Why you manifested? And dig it out from your muscle memory and biomemory, the root patterns. Why you manifested poor health, poverty, unhappy relationships, and complete it, you will understand you always manifested only what you wanted, knowingly or unknowingly. Next.
course.
You are not spiritual seeker. You are just sick and broke. Please understand. The question, I have to read out the question once more. If I think myself as a good person and spiritual seeker, but I feel challenged or struggle to make my financial and abundance goals come into reality, what does this mean about me and my connection with the source? As I said, you are not seeker, you are just sick and broke. Because you don't have wealth, you are trying to console yourself saying you are spiritual. You just want to satisfy, console yourself, say, no, I may not have that, but I have this. You not having that does not mean you have this. Sometimes people who have this may not have that. That does not mean you not having that, you have this. Be very clear. Mahadeva may be wearing Rudraksha. That does not mean it doesn't have all the diamonds and gems. Please be informed properly. Do not try to console yourself by saying, I may not have spirituality. I may not have wealth, but I have spirituality. Because here nobody can challenge you. And everyone tries to console you. False consolations are what I call feeling stuck in life. False consolations is what I call feeling stuck in your life. At least this fellow who goes to honeymoon will find that night itself it is not she, it is he. But the fellows who are sitting with the false consolations after marriage will not even be going for honeymoon. For elongated period they will be thinking it is she. They may discover it during the cremation or burial. They spend their whole life with he, not she. Understand, if you think yourself as a good person and seeker and you are challenged or struggling to make your financial abundance, if you are not able to make that into reality, be very clear. You are just living with false consolations. You are stuck. You just need a strong awakening. You just need to remember you are sick and broke, not seeker. When does declaring and manifesting abundance is not good? For example, when does it become greed? There is nothing called greed, please understand. There is nothing called greed. You need to work on your fear of constantly having good, bad, moral, immoral, socially accepted, non-accepted, these boundaries with which you are struggling. Actually, what you need to break is your fears when something will become greed, when it will be immoral. Please understand, I am not saying be immoral, be wrong. I am not saying try to have the whole world under you. No. All I am trying to tell you is, you actually have greedophobia. If I have to coin a new word. Without even having greed, phobia about greed. Understand, actually if you have greed, you need to work too much. Let us not even bother about that. That is not an actual problem you have. Actual problem you have is greedophobia. Attend to that. When really greed comes, I'll teach you, I'll appear in front of you and teach you how to go beyond it. No, really, I'm telling you, when I am appearing in reality, ask the real problem questions. Now your real problem is greedophobia, not greed itself. So let's attend that. When you have greed as a real problem, don't worry, I'll be there to answer and guide you, help you. Without even having that problem, having greedophobia many times stops you living, flowering. I tell you, at least everyone who is sitting in front of me all over the world, I think now around more than 100 places in few thousand people, all of you only have greedophobia, not greed. Let's stop with that. Don't try to drill whether greed is good or bad, all that. You don't have that problem, then why should you bother about it now? Now all you have is greedophobia, fear of greed. Break that. That's all you need. So have greed, enjoy greed, it's okay. When that becomes a real problem, I'll tell you how to break. Inner awakening is not expense you will be doing. It will be the best investment you will be doing it on yourself. Actually, earlier I was giving the whole program free. Unfortunately, people don't open their heart unless they open their packet. No, really. Even now I am seeing whenever I give a free program, after the first session, 40% people are missing. Second day, only 30% people sit. If it's a 5-day, 6-day program, I have to be sitting all alone. That is when I decided, let me talk to people in their language. Even now, the whole inner awakening, whatever I teach, whole thing is available in the YouTube, in my channel freely. Paying for inner awakening itself is a religious action. That itself makes you matured to listen and receive. Now I saw it experientially. Unless you do that, you don't open up. I am seeing, see now I am handling millions of people in last 12-13 years of my life. That is the reason I kept the money, and I tell you, never, when somebody has an intention, money will be a problem. And I am powerful enough to shower you with wealth the moment you have intention to be here to learn. I will not allow the money to be a blockage for your enlightenment. Understand? I am uttering these words with a lot of responsibility. And Rose, I tell you, you will have wealth just like that. You will be here to attend the inner awakening. I just wanted to ask one thing. How many of you just made the intention, simply money happened, time, everything happened, and you attended the inner awakening? Raise your hand. Just raise the hand. Rose, please look around. Just look around, see the hands up. How many hands are up? All of them are Nityananda's witnesses. All of them are witnesses for my power. So with these witnesses, I give you the commitment. Make the intention, you will be here. And I actually tell you, inside when you iron out, outside ironing out is my responsibility. You move small incompletions, I'll move planets for you to be here. It will be the best investment. You will be doing it on yourself. And I also tell you, make your intention, that's enough. You will see suddenly money flows, time flows, everything flows. All the obstacles are removed and you are here. My blessings. I can give you from my experience and from the Agama. Sri Yantra is the most easiest, a very powerful. Get proper Sri Yantra anywhere available. It's called Sri Chakra. Anywhere available. Have it in your home and in your workplace. If you bring it, I can energize and give you also. Keep it. Whenever you find time, you don't have to chant any other mantra, just gaze at it. It's a DNA of the cosmos. Even if you gaze at it, your brain will have the same electric signals of that same shape. Whenever your brain activates the electric signals in the same shape of Sri Yantra, you become complete, overflowing with energy. You attract all the best things in your life. Simple, straightforward, directly from Agama. Agama means Sadashiva. Sadashiva's teachings. I want to tell you, you are taking a beating in stock not because of your greed, but because of the Wall Street's greed. Understand? It's a very clear, a very scientific method of exploiting people's desire to have money. See, the whole stock business is nothing but very systematically exploiting the collective desire to have money. Nothing else. So I tell you, that business, the only thing you need is not just courage, it will be like you should not be afraid to break any of the so-called values. See, it's like when somebody wants to enter into politics, his dharma becomes different. He cannot be having certain dharmas which we have in our normal day-to-day life. His dharma is different. Same way, when you want to enter into this stock field, you should know how to play with others' desires, how to play with the greed of the Wall Street. And you should not hold on to your values which usually you will follow in other places. Say, for example, you have this big value of non-violence. You should not have that when you are investing in the stocks. That will not work. There the dharma is different. There the Vaishya dharma is different. So two things I'll personally give you two advice. One, have courage. Second, give up non-violence when it comes to Vaishya dharma. These two will take care of you. And I know this is what exactly is your pattern. Have dharma of non-violence in life, but not where you are doing the Vaishya dharma. I'll tell you a small story. It actually happened. I read it in the Facebook. I was shocked that who put this in the Facebook, because this actually happened in my life. My grandmother, I just enjoyed my life with her. She's such a sweet person. One day morning, in the street, people in villages, Indian villages, in the street, they sell curd, buttermilk, the spinach, all that. So, the old lady comes selling the spinach. Katte ettana, katte orana, katte rendana, like this, they will call. Means one pack is 1 anna, one pack is 2 anna, like that they have. So, she was shouting in the street saying 1 pack 1 anna, 1 pack 1 anna, come, come. My grandmother went and she was bargaining with that lady to make it into half anna. Half anna, 1 anna is I think 16.5 paise or something like that. Or anyhow, in those days, anna was the way, not paise, anna. So 1 anna was the price that lady was telling. My grandmother asked, no, give me for half anna. She negotiated, finally brought it to half anna and bought 8 packs. So she saved 4 annas. When that lady was giving, my grandmother slowly asked, "Hey, did you have your breakfast? Morning." She said, "No, no, only after going back I have to cook and eat." She said, "Wait, wait." I ran into the house, brought full plate of idli, chutney, full breakfast, which must be at least 10 anna worth, and gave it to her. And that lady ate, and she gave water also. She took care of everything. And that lady ate and got very happy, and then she went with her remaining thing. And then I asked my grandmother, "You saved 4 anna in the business, but you gave away 10 anna." She said in Tamil beautifully, "Dharmathila vyabaram paaka kudadra, vyabarathila dharmam paaka kudadra." I'll translate. In dharma, no business. In business, no dharma. She said, "வியாபாரத்தில் தர்மம் பார்க்கக்கூடாதுரா, தர்மத்தில் வியாபாரம் பார்க்கக்கூடாதுரா. In dharma, no business. In business, no dharma." Senthil, your problem is you are bringing your non-violence into your business. You should not. You should become just like a Wall Street fellows. Only then you will be successful in that. I tell you, please understand. Many of you may be having this issue. Listen. Listen very carefully. I am not going to give you any mystical solution. Don't even think the solution I am giving is mystical. Very practical. I tell you. Debt. I am defining. Debt is nothing but the man's lifestyle of never looking into his money. Listen. You have so much of incompletion, pain. The moment you remember about money, you never look into your accounts, what comes, what goes, till whole thing collapses. Let me ask a very bold question. All of you are here to know about the secrets of attracting the wealth. How many of you have so much pain the moment you remember about wealth and you never look into your balance sheet? Raise your hand. True. He himself is raising the hand. I am telling you, the pain you have about wealth, the moment you remember the wealth, the pain and impossibility you carry need to be completed. Then you will never be afraid of looking at your balance sheet. Fear of looking at your balance sheet lets it rot. Listen, I am using very strong words. Fear of looking at your balance sheet lets it rot. Yesterday I said very boldly, I don't touch money. I am telling you, I don't touch money other than for giving dana. But I don't sleep. I don't put my head to rest unless I see the balance sheet of the whole Sangha every night. I can tell you how many tumblers, glasses we have in any of my adhinams from my memory. Not pride. Because I do not have any pain with it. Because I have no pain to look into it. All of you are very happy to count the currency, but nobody wants to look into the balance sheet. This is one of the very important mental pain pattern you need to break. I tell you. Tipushi Dunstan, I commit with you. Just break this pattern today with completion and decide. Every night you will sleep after seeing your bank balance, your balance sheet. I commit with you. You will get out of debts within 1 year. And I am responsible for this word. Do it like a religious action. Do it like a religious duty. Every night, see your balance sheet and go to bed. Anybody who has this problem of lot of debts, I give you this as a religious technique, and I am responsible for completing your debts and getting you out of it in 1 year. Understand, when I say this, it's a technique, and I also will use my extraordinary powers to support you. Both. Teachings are not always just teachings. It is to support you to get out of powerlessness. When you start following the teachings, there will naturally extraordinary things happening, because we don't use in Hindu tradition words only to give concepts. We also use the words to give energy. So I give you this as a concept and energy. Take this as a religious responsibility. My Guru has instructed me every night, balance sheet, movable assets I have, immovable assets I have, debts I have, loans I need to pay, and the precious metal I have, because we Indians, precious metal is one of the important part of our life. Whatever, see once, and this is the net worth, and sleep. Do this as a religious duty. Do this like a meditation. You can call this as Lakshmi Puja. Every night, few minutes. I tell you, your cognition, when it does not fall on something, that becomes blind spot. Even after that becomes blind spot, if you don't attend, that becomes cancerous. All the cancers of your life. See, a broken relationship is cancer in the relationship field. A debt is a cancer in the wealth field. It is only blind spots becomes cancer. Do this as your religious duty. Take this as an initiation from me. And you don't try to justify it. Oh, it is a good technique Swamiji gave. If I do, my mind will change. Then I will really get out. You don't try to build on it, because finally, end of the day, after all, it's a technique. I have tried so many techniques, and let me dump it. You usually dump all the techniques into dustbin. That is why I am saying, take it as a Lakshmi Puja. Maybe you can do it like, have a small picture of me and say that because you told I am doing, and after 1 year, I will hold you responsible. Now you can hold me responsible. I am giving you the commitment. Every night, do this as a religious duty and technique. Religious duty. Not even as technique, because techniques you dump into dustbin within 10 days. Purpose attached to wealth. If it is out of powerfulness, your belief on the purpose, great. Sometimes we carry a deep guilt. Without purpose, we should not be having wealth. So let the purpose not be from that powerlessness or the guilt which we develop from young age. Without purpose, wealth should not be built. Let the purpose be your real faith, which you will fulfill it whether the wealth is there or not. See, when you are so clear about the purpose, then for that purpose build wealth, but also make sure we all have a very innate guilt that wealth should not be built without a purpose. Let purpose not be added to wealth because of that guilt. Then it's a powerless decision. Wealth is, you have a right to enjoy wealth as wealth. Does not need to be associated with purpose. And you have a right to have purpose as purpose. It is not necessary wealth should always be associated with it. Let mixing and matching be your joy. Joy choice. Not any social belief, conditioning, compulsion. That's all. Understand? Wealth does not make somebody a leader. Your relevance to purpose and your purpose's relevance to the world. How much your purpose is relevant to world, how much you are relevant to your purpose, that makes you a leader. That's all makes you a leader. Inner awakening is not expense you will be doing. It will be the best investment you will be doing it on yourself. Actually, earlier I was giving the whole program free. Unfortunately, people don't open their heart unless they open their packet. No, really. Even now I am seeing whenever I give a free program, after the first session, 40% people are missing. Second day, only 30% people sit. If it's a 5-day, 6-day program, I have to be sitting all alone. That is when I decided, let me talk to people in their language. Even now, the whole inner awakening, whatever I teach, whole thing is available in the YouTube, in my channel freely. Paying for inner awakening itself is a religious action. That itself makes you matured to listen and receive. Now I saw it experientially. Unless you do that, you don't open up. I am seeing, now I am handling millions of people in last 12-13 years of my life. That is the reason I kept the money, and I tell you, never, when somebody has an intention, money will be a problem. And I am powerful enough to shower you with wealth the moment you have intention to be here to learn. I will not allow the money to be a blockage for your enlightenment. Understand? I am uttering these words with a lot of responsibility. You will have wealth just like that. Inside when you iron out. Outside ironing out is my responsibility. You move small incompletions. I'll move planets for you to be here. It will be the best investment. You will be doing it on yourself. And I also tell you, make your intention. That's enough. You will see suddenly money flows, time flows, everything flows. All the obstacles are removed and you are here. My blessings. You got my blessing. You did not give your blessing to it. Understand? My blessing is available everywhere. Always. And at least take the responsibility to assimilate my blessings. Look in, where are the patterns? How much of actual belief you have that you will be able to make it? What's the effort you put? What is actually, where are you? How that business occurs to you, how you occur to that business. Ask these basic questions. You will have answers. And if you straight point blank say, I had your blessings and still I have not made. Yes, my blessings are there. It is like people come and ask me, Swamiji bless us, we should have a kid. I say Tathastu. And then you come back after 5 years and say, we took blessings from 5 years from before and we did not have kids. My blessings are there. There. Come on. There is something you need to do. understand how you are occurring to it, how that is occurring to you. I can say, my teachings are my blessings. My teachings are my blessings. Pick it up, pick up my teachings. That will make what you want as reality. The word blessings, you can always pick it up. Pick up my teachings, that is my blessings. That will only make what you want as reality. First thing, this whole question is about the wealth dimension of you. I'll give you one important truth. Activism is wealth. Understand? In any field, you are active. You can convert that into wealth. You can make that as a wealth flow in your life. Actually, this one truth itself need to be expanded as a program. Maybe the next program, Secrets of Attracting Wealth, is specially for you. To answer this question, I invite you, please come and experience how the activism can be converted into wealth. How activism can be a flow of wealth in your life. I invite you to come and enjoy the secrets of attracting wealth. That will really make experiential answer for this question. Basically, competition, then value addition, then Dharma, means our ethics. Whether in the level of competition, or in the level of value addition, or in the level of Dharma, in every level, I see one point can be stable and make yourself current. See, there are some concepts very stable, eternal, but it cannot be current.
Cannot be current.
There are some concepts which are current, but they do not have the eternity support.
Yes.
There is one concept which is eternal and can be current. Means it's as old as sun, as new as sunrise. Responsibility established on oneness. When we look at the life, whether creating the product or marketing the product or facing the competitors, see, facing the competitors is nothing but the job of Kshatriya. Value addition is the job of the Vaishya. These two,
Design is the
if it
job
is
of the Brahmana.
designed with the context of Brahmana, Dharma is established. Now what I am talking is more like a theory, more like a lines. If I have to get down to every situation, the basic things. See, pharmaceutical companies, when they started developing the chemical
Molecules.
based medicines, they were not cunning. They were not criminal. It was all with a good motive, very good intention. But when the huge marketing infrastructure is established and they do not have enough product to supply and sustain the marketing infrastructure, Now they are forced to retain their marketing infrastructure. So then morality and the need is compromised. So this is what I call bending the context of a Brahmana. If the Brahmana's context is not bent, and if they take the brunt of, we don't have enough product to supply to maintain this marketing infrastructure, it might have been a hit for them for in one year. But if the context of integrity is kept, the further research and development could have happened.
Okay.
If we compromise on the quality to maintain the infrastructure, further R&D is not required. Cheating is enough to keep us alive. If we don't compromise on the Brahminical Dharma, the context, this two, competition and this value addition, these two will not kill each other.
Innovation
The
and integrity.
competition kills the value addition without making innovation possible. If the competition is maintained, faced with the responsibility of the value addition,
And the
innovation
innovation.
happens.
Success.
Rule for success. And I tell you, anywhere, when we are hit with the reports, it's collapsing. Our marketing infrastructure is not able to sustain the income which is coming. If we are hit, the reaction comes as a cheating.
Oh.
Less reaction, more action.
More action.
So the leaders need to be more acting, less reacting. Then the decisions will always be without compromising the context of Brahminical principles, Dharma. And without, the competition will not kill the value addition. If we are not allowing the competition kill the value addition, that is punya.
That is punya.
Making profit
Legitimate.
without letting the competition kill the value addition, without letting Vaishya kill Kshatriya, anything you make, you are a Brahmana. It all boils down to competition not becoming cunning and destroying value addition. Value addition, if as long as is kept alive, all profit you make is punya.
Good
I should say
product.
100% punya. For example, this chair. To make this chair, it may take 100 rupee. But I have all the right to sell this chair even for 10 lakh rupee. Saying I sat on this. It's a value addition.
The value.
Because you see, value is only based on what people want. Understand?
Yes.
It is not what all the ingredients put in that. What all the ingredients put in that and what comes out is output. That is not value.
Yes.
Output is different, value is different.
Yes. Yes.
Value is dependent on the people who want it.
Yes.
Its output may be 100 rupee. So when we fix the value, we are not, see, value no way compromises our integrity. For example, if I say I sat on it and fixed the cost as 1 lakh and I have not sat on it, then it's wrong. Then it's lack of integrity.
Yes.
So anywhere if the integrity is maintained to the word and spirit, everything comes as a punya. Everything comes as a punya. See, if you use the word obligation
Our
means,
responsibility.
if you use the word obligation, I'll answer, not compromising on the value addition. Means competition not killing the value addition is the obligation.
Obligation.
Responsibility is all the stress you receive, feedback you receive, pressure you receive should be directed towards innovation. That is responsibility.
That's the responsibility.
Obligation is competition and the survival threats not killing value addition is obligation, and all the survival threats are converted and manifested as innovation is responsibility. When a pattern hits us, completion is obligation, converting that into power is responsibility. means knowing your problem does not want to solve it. Richness means constantly being alive. Please understand, being alive is enough. You will not tolerate the existence of conflict and confusion and dilemma. All I am requesting you to get out of poverty is just increase the number of your waking hours. Nothing else. Reduce the tiredness and boredom. The time you worship Nidra Devi, Nidra Devi Puja, reduce the time. That's all. Increase the number of waking hours, I tell you, because by your nature you cannot survive with dilemma and conflict. You will start finding solution. You will push yourself towards the solution. You won't keep quiet. The meekness, weakness in thinking through about your existential problems is poverty. Listen, meekness and weakness about thinking through in your existential problems is poverty. Poverty is nothing but resistance to. Poverty is nothing but directly, indirectly cherishing and enjoying death. By killing death, only you will manifest abundance. Poverty is nothing but direct, indirect way of worshipping death. Winding yourself or hiding yourself into boredom, into tiredness is poverty. That is worshipping death. Every moment you are tired and bored, hide yourself in your bed. You go through the part-time death. Anger is part-time madness. Madness is full-time anger. Boredom is part-time death. Death is full-time boredom. Boredom is part-time death. Full time boredom. The idea you carry, resources are limited and to fight for it is stupidity. Stupidity. Understand? Resources are limited, people have to fight stupidity. So teaches such concepts to unconsciousness. Actually, I don't even want to complain on society because nobody calls society exists. It's all your unconscious together is called society. It's an unconscious tiredness of all of you is put together is society. Understand? Eschatology of the West is ontology of Paramashivoham. Many things fall under eschatology as per binary logic, falls under ontology as per the multidimensional logic. The endless resource. Understand one thing. I don't have any vested interest to teach you that you have endless resource. If I actually have a vested interest, I should tell you, yeah, you have only limited energy. I will be supplying energy as per how much you pay. Based on that, I will send the energy to Twitter. If I have a vested interest, that is what I am supposed to make you believe. But I am telling you, screaming you, you have endless resource, inexhaustible resource. Not only that, you are Swayam Prakasa. I ask you to attend satsang so that you will not forget this truth. I will constantly remember the same truth. So you will start manifesting. That's all. If I am planning to exploit you, I should tell, oh, you all have the wiring, and every day I will send this much energy based on how much you pay. But I am telling you, we have endless resource. I tell you, very soon I will prove you do not need to hook to grid for even electricity. You don't even need to shit or pee to get electricity for your home. You just need to spit and you will light the whole home. Your whole home will be lit. You don't even need to spit. You just enter your house, it is lit. You don't need to be connected. Endless resource is available. You just need somebody to demonstrate. Then immediately you will say, hey, then I can also do it. That's all. That's all. See, many times when you see somebody swimming, you get confidence and start swimming. That's all. It takes hardly few days. Just you need to see the swimmers and you will start. That's it. Same way, only consciousness. Much of what binary logic talks to you as eschatology is actually ontology in Sanatana Hindu Dharma, in Paramashivoham Jnana. Endless resource. The more and more you are convinced about endless resource, you start appreciating endless resource. You will realize there is no death, and all insecurity will disappear. Understand, my whole work is liberating human beings from this idea of limited resources only available. No. Endless energy is available. Humanity does not need to be stuck with the idea resources are limited. Resources are unlimited. When you understand, you will start appreciating the existence. Because concept of richness and poverty will go through havoc. Largest earthquake. Actually, with the grace of Paramashiva, soon one day I will prove these three statements. Even to the people of binary logic, endless resource is available. It's available inside you, and you can just like that casually start manifesting and using it. The day I established this to a binary logic people, that day there will be a huge attack for the concept of poverty and richness. The whole idea of poverty and richness will be shaken. Because when there is endless resource, where is the question of poverty? And where is the question of superiority because of richness? Where is the question of rich people declaring their supremacy over the universe, over the planet, over everything available? Rich people declaring supremacy is the worst racism on the planet Earth. Rich people declaring supremacy over the poor people is the worst racism on the planet Earth. It's 1,000 times ugly, worse, criminalistic than religious supremacy, color supremacy, race supremacy, gender supremacy, political supremacy, any other supremacy. If you have complex understandings, you will not have complex problems. If you don't have, and if you are avoiding complex understandings, you will have complex problems. Decide whether to put your energy to the understanding and problem-free life, or avoid putting energy towards understanding and live with problems. In any field, if you want to be successful, you need to put your time and energy to understand the logic of that field. Even to operate a cell phone, you need to pick up the cell phone and understand where is the number, how to press and all that, and where to keep. You can't keep it somewhere and talk. You have to keep it in your ears and near the mouth. Now you need to understand the logic. The ultimate Paramashiva is not only rich, he is generous. Understand? A real rich man will be always generous. Thus, he will have such confidence that he can manifest richness. When a poor man becomes rich, he will always be miser. Understand? Because he doesn't know the logic of richness. Logic of richness can continue to exist as richness only if you allow your currency to be current. Listen carefully. Beholding, never anybody can remain rich. Only by allowing the currency to be current, you can be rich. Poor man who does not understand the existential principles of economy, existential economic principles, remains as miser after becoming rich. A real rich man understands it is generosity keeps the richness alive as rich, not being miser. Paramashiva knows the source of this existential principles, about existential economic principles. Is not only rich, generous. Paramashiva Jnana is available to the whole world. Just map it to your consciousness. What do you want? And start manifesting. Start manifesting. That's it. That's it. I tell you. Man can never live or maintain his richness. And violent man can never be energetic intensely. No. He may be aggressive for short time, but cannot be energetic consistently. Only non-violence, inclusiveness, friendliness, intense love supplies consistent energy. I tell you, non-violent man, even if he screams, it will be all about making you alive and living. violent man, even if he gives you a gift, it'll all be about either to convert you or destroy you. Understand? Non-violence may sometimes make you aggressive, but will never supply constant energy. Listen carefully. Violence. Understand the statement properly. Violence may supply aggression little bit, may make you a little bit, but never supply the constant energy. Only non-violence, ahimsa, love, inclusiveness can supply intense energy consistently to you. Stop being a cheap, poor backgrounded rich man. See, when a poor person becomes a rich person, he lives the fantasy of poor person's rich person. Like he takes revenge on the society by dumping himself whatever was denied to him when he was poor. He thinks when he becomes rich, he should grab all that. That is rich life. No. See, when you are poor, the quality food was denied to you is wrong. So add quality food. A good food which brings strength to your body. But junk food was denied to you is a blessing. Don't try to dump your body with junk food. The poor man's fantasy of rich man, even if you live the poor man's fantasy of rich man, you are a rich man according to poor man, not the real rich man. Real rich man knows what is needed for him. Rich man is a man who worked for his richness and knows the signs of sustenance. Understand? When a man's richness manifests, he understands the sign maintaining rejuvenation and what all the delusions and complications richness can bring, and how to get out and how to liberate himself from the so-called richness. A man who can play all 5 games with richness is rich man. Not who owns richness or who is imprisoned by his richness. A man who is imprisoned by his richness is living for man's fantasy of rich man's life. If you have richness and still you have insecurity and incompletions about richness in any form, you are only living the man's fantasy of rich man's life. If richness is complete liberation, you know the creation principles of richness and sustenance, principles of richness and rejuvenation, richness and pulling out of delusion from any of the incompletions related to richness and liberating yourself from richness. Completely complete about your richness, man.
We have wasted too much time. Wars for land and wars for mind and wars for man-made wealth idea. What is wars? Silly conversation between two empowered politicians is war. Understand silly conversation between politicians who are empowered becomes war. The very fundamental idea, all structures should have supported us to have next breakthrough. Without any structure, we had a breakthrough within a million years. From monkey to man. And what the hell have we created? 10 times more time has been spent on no superconscious breakthrough, no next breakthrough. Human beings are stuck and humanity is screwed up once more. Understand, earlier I was a little polite in words because I did not have alternative solution. Now I have. That is why I am strong. Really, I am telling you, planet Earth is enough comfortably for 10 billion human beings. Scarcity is artificially generated idea. Understand whether the idea called countries, borders, when an individual decides to possess in a blind way without owning. Understand? Owning is different, possessing is different. When you decide to possess, exclusion starts, fight starts. In an individual level, it is called fight. In a social level, it is called violence. If it is little larger, terrorism. If it is much larger, legitimate wars between countries. but fundamentally boiling down to powerlessness and blind spotted ideas. Understand all these structures called country, money, transactions, all these should have fundamentally supported the subconscious breakthrough. Theologies, ideologies, religions, philosophies, all these should have supported the superconscious breakthrough, should have made the superconscious breakthrough. We are stuck. 10 times more time we have already spent as a human beings. What is going on? It is time. All intelligent, independent thinkers, seekers decide to give superconscious breakthrough to humanity. These man-made ideas, man-made idea land, ideas of possession, man-made ideas of peace, man-made philosophies, all these wars are silly conversations for mind. All political wars are silly conversations for the land. Yes, multiple groups, multiple people, multiple ideologies, multiple color flags went up, came down. We are same fools. Why don't we understand? The whole concept of pharmaceutical industries have become like IT companies create viruses, then find solution. To sell solution generating viruses. Where are we heading? And now, unfortunately, the pharmaceutical industries and food industries are joining hands, collaborating. You create disease, I'll create medicine. Where are we heading? It is time all individual seekers, thinkers, let's have and give super conscious breakthrough to humanity.
to teach the science and knowledge to more and more people, to more and more. So I don't bother. Still I have not touched dollar bill. Still I travel without touching money all over the world because I don't feel like handling. Anyhow, I have created wealth. I am not against wealth or I am not for wealth. All I request is to understand that should not be the first priority. Don't put that as a first priority. Life is not so bad to put wealth as a first priority. You are not that cheap to put wealth as that priority. That is what Patanjali wants us to understand by the word asteya and aparigraha. Non-stealing and living with minimum things. It takes your body to its potential. It takes your body to its peak. It takes your consciousness to its peak. First thing, yama, and next, niyama. The yama, these are the few understandings you need to go through. I think I have covered. Ahimsa means non-violent. Try to be as much non-violent as possible. Actually, non-violence will happen only if you are in high energy. So let us create energy. Instead of talking more about it, let's create more energy. If you are in low energy, everything will irritate you. Everything will irritate you. Just seeing somebody also you will be irritated. If you are in high energy, nothing will irritate you. You will just handle, you know, the life, you know everything. And so be very clear. Ahimsa, high energy. When you are actually in high energy, you just float. You never feel like doing himsa. You never feel like killing anything or destroying anybody or even giving psychological pain. Even psychological pain. Understand the word, the luxury of simplicity. I am defining luxury of simplicity means to keep yourself inspired and excited and enthusiastic, alive. I do not need anything from outside. Is luxury of simplicity. Array, simplicity is a luxury. It is not poverty. A man who tastes the simplicity will radiate grace. The luxury of simplicity, it's a property of Mahadeva. Luxury of simplicity. The ability to be constantly inspired, excited, alive, radiating. Such complete inner image about you, outer image, others' image and life image. That is the simplicity where you do not need anything from outside to excite you, either your senses or your sensitivity or your sensibility. If you need something to excite your senses, that is materialistic. Pleasures of five senses. If you need something to excite your sensitivity, that's the need for love, romance, emotional fulfillment. If you need something externally to excite your sensibility, that is like a need of knowledge and purpose, all that. But a man who does not need all the three to keep himself enthusiastic, exciting, radiating, energetic, only he knows what is simplicity. Simplicity is luxury. Understand? Neither these few pillows nor this throne can take away that luxury of simplicity from me. Understand? Simplicity is not, as you understand, poverty based. It is a spiritual based. The inner space that decides everything about life, whether somebody is simple or not, is not decided by the dress he is wearing, or the jewels he is having, or the car he is driving, or the house he is living. Somebody can be living in a poorest, most poorest slum, but he may need so many things to excite him from outside. He cannot be enjoying, enriching, exciting himself from his inner space. Then he is the most luxurious guy. He is not living a simple life. Understand? Somebody may be living in a palace, but he doesn't need anything to excite his senses or sensitivity or sensibility from external way. Nothing external is required to excite him in all these three levels. Then is the most simple being, Bholenath, Mahadeva. Listen. Constantly hold on to that space. You are Mahadeva, Shivoham, without encouraging the logic which asks for external evidence and external witnesses. Instead, in the first, start building internal evidences and internal witnesses. The moment you remember, I am Mahadeva, let me be in the bliss of Mahadeva, in the experience of Mahadeva, in the knowledge of Mahadeva. Let your logic starts functioning in that first. Let the Shiva Bodha be built. The first effect will happen on you is luxury of simplicity will happen. Simplicity, which is the biggest luxury. When I decided to come to the planet Earth, the first thing I packed and kept under my arms, without forgetting or without leaving the responsibility to somebody else. Land, I told, hey, you go and take it. Keep it ready for the Sangha. Wealth, I said, all right, you take it and go. So many things, strategy, so many things I sent it through so many people. And told them, hey, go and keep all the things ready. But one, I myself kept it under my arms without leaving it to anybody, is luxury of simplicity. Understand? This one property, I did not leave it to anybody. I did not leave that responsibility to anybody. Because this is the most important property I need. Whether in my thinking or being, our words, lifestyle, teaching, in everything, this one quality, luxury of simplicity, will be underlying current. I tell you, That's the biggest richness anyone can have. The ability to be never dependent on anything. Ability to be never dependent on anything. Even now, my whole life can run just with few handful of curd rice and tamarind rice. That also I am not dependent on it. I tell you, when you start invoking Shivoham, living Shivoham, digesting Shivoham, breathing Shivoham, the first internal witness and evidence which will start getting built is luxury of simplicity. Grace of the independence. The grace of the independence. The people who don't know what is simplicity, those stupid fellows are telling, I am not simple. I really wanted to tell you guys, even contemplating Shivoham will start creating the luxury of simplicity in you. Start developing that internal independence, the richness, luxury of simplicity. When you cognize Shivoham, the luxury of Kundalini happens in you. You will be able to help anyone to experience Kundalini awakening. Only the person who knows the luxury of simplicity can be Tyagaraja. Because whatever you need in the world, he doesn't need. Go on. Go on. Go on cognizing. Shivoham. Shivoham, Shivoham. That is the only way you can burn your tiredness and boredom. And I tell you, the man who burnt the tiredness and boredom with this fire of Shivoham, only he knows the luxury of independence. Luxury of simplicity. I tell you, till you burn your tiredness and boredom, even if you have 1,000 cars, different cars for every day, different houses for every day, different wives for every day, you will never experience luxury. You will still feel you are deprived. Because the experience of tiredness and boredom is the root of the experience of feeling deprived. If you can be bored, not 1,000 car, even if you have 1 million car, you will be bored. If you can be bored, not just 1000 houses, even if you have 10 million houses in all the best locations of the world, you will be bored. So first, burn that pattern of getting tired and bored with this fire of Shivoham. That's the only fire which can burn the pattern of getting tired and bored. The moment you liberated yourself from the pattern of getting tired and bored, I tell you, you know the luxury of simplicity. You are ever enthusiastic, ever enriching, ever excited, ever enlightened. Anyone who has seen me in a very close quarters, my personal life 24/7. 3 years before, people used to have that opportunity. Only last 3 years, I have withdrawn from the society, human society, and no one has access to my life other than the time I come out and sit for satsang classes initiation. But in those days, 3 years before, people used to have access to see my personal life 24/7. For quite a long time, I was even resting in samadhi in my courtyard outside on the swing, the Kailasa courtyard, and people will be able to peep in while they walk across the Kailasa courtyard. Day and night, anytime. People who had access to my personal life 24/7 knows very clearly how the system I am using, body and mind, is eternally, intensely, continuously inspired, excited, hardworking, alive, awake. That is why even now, many people try to find out in which time zone I am in. They are not able to find out because anytime I come to the session, I am fresh. Body is alive, no yawning, no tiredness. This fully alive. So you can't gauge my biological clock. You can't gauge what time I am sleeping, what is my daytime, what is my night time. You can't gauge. You can't gauge based on my body language and my body, the time zone I am in. Because I am alive 24/7. No tiredness, no yawning, no symptoms of anything related to biological clock. I tell you, the one and only reason is using consciousness as fuel. It's not that I don't take external food. As long as I was in India, I used to take 1 meal a day. Sometimes, I think when I traveled to US and all the countries. I even had 2 meals a day. But after I left India, withdrew from human society, then I reduced it to once in 15 days, solid food, and other times liquid, sometimes little semi-solid like a kire, spinach. So nowadays, during the Maheshwara Puja, I take solid food. Please understand, it's not that I am not taking the food, the external fuel, but it is 90% less than what you all usually take. It's almost like a 90% less than what you all take. So understand, just make consciousness as a fuel for your body. When you feel the hunger, you will make Divya Sarira of Paramashiva for yourself. I tell you, freedom is knowing you can manifest the life you want just like that. I am defining freedom. Freedom is knowing you can manifest the life you want just like that. Actually, you are free. You can manifest the life you want just like that. Why don't you understand? I am the living example. I want to stand on the top of the world and scream, which I am literally doing now. Standing on the top of the world, Kailasa, and screaming, "Oh, human beings, because you have a consciousness, which is my own reflection, you are all free and you are all empowered to manifest the life as you want. Anything else, all other alternative beliefs you are carrying, your impossibility, everything is the brainwashing done to you for the people, by the people who are planning to exploit you. Dun, 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 dun. This is exactly what to do. Anyone makes you feel you can't manifest the life you wanted is planning to exploit you. I tell you, your SDHD really does not matter. Your conscious decision matters. For example, I give you an example. Somebody, he decides today onwards, I will consciously surrender myself to Paramashiva and manifest Paramashiva in me. Then naturally self-doubt and hatred and denial, self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial will wake up and say, what are you talking? You, Paramashiva? Paramashiva means he is a creator, destroyer, liberator. He does all the 5 actions. He creates, he maintains, he destroys, he pulls out of depression, delusion, and he liberates. How can you be Paramashiva? That your self-hatred, self-denial, self-doubt, all that will stand up and start jumping. I tell you, your inner miniature version of your mother-in-law is your self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial. It will just jump. I'm telling you, consciously your life never ever gets touched by the impact, effect of self-doubt, self-denial, self-hatred. Listen carefully. Only mentally you attack yourself, stop yourself and tie yourself in your couch and start doing Nidra Devata Puja. Nidra Devi Samadhi. Listen. The beauty of your consciousness is it does not get affected even by death. Then can it be affected by your stupid self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial? Loose. Loosani. Please understand, I am talking something scientifically scientific. Cosmic science. Your existence, what you feel as you consciously, does not get disturbed, shaken, even when your body is pulled out of you. When your mind is pulled out of you, it doesn't get shaken by anything being pulled out of you. Listen, I am not brainwashing you. Keeping Mahadeva, Paramashiva as a witness, I am revealing his inner space. How he is inside, I am opening it to all of you. I am just opening a door for all of you to experience Paramashiva's inner space. I am telling you, just internalize this. Your balance sheet will go up. You will take amazing business decision. You will take enlightened business decisions, enlightened relationship decisions, enlightened health decisions, enlightened life strategies. Your self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial does not impact you. Anything you fill in your logic becomes your imagination. Whether oneness or any decision you take, anything you fill your logic, it becomes your imagination. Anything you fill your breath, your heart, it becomes your visualization. Anything you fill your depth, that becomes your declaration. Then comes time, length, breadth, depth, time. Only anything becomes part of your space can be ever yours. Till something has not become part of your space, it cannot be yours. It is only your imagination, visualization, declaration. Length, breadth, depth. Listen. I made a statement, ferociousness breaks the time layer, removes tiredness, depression, boredom associated to length, breadth, depth, and makes anything as your space. The example story I gave, Bhishma. Understand? Two incidents I gave. In my life, one day I missed the morning Manglarati in Ramakrishna Mutt. Mutt has a beautiful routine. Early morning, during the summer it is 4 o'clock and during the winter it is 4:30. The morning Manglarati, everyone has to come and sit and do the spiritual routine. One day I missed the morning Mangalarti because I overslept. I did not do the cute analysis. Oh, what is the pattern? What must be the reason I overslept? I did not do all that cute diagnosis analysis. It was a ferocious decision. I think we should stop sleeping, that's all. The ferociousness with which I decided to stop sleeping. Only next 3-4 days I did not sleep. But the ferociousness was powerful enough to open my time layer. My decision to be in Mangalarati moved from length, imagination, breadth, visualization, depth, declaration to the space. Time opened up. And after that, not only I never missed Mangalarati, never sleep was a voting component of my life. Understand this word. Sleep lost voting right in my life's any decision. Any decision I took in my life, sleep, tiredness, depression, boredom, all the four are, see, tiredness is the chemical effect of sleep. Depression is the psychological effect of sleep. Boredom is emotional effect of sleep. Coma is physiological, psychological, emotional effect of sleep. Death is the conscious effect of sleep. After that day, no decision could be influenced. Understand? After that, no decision in my life was influenced by sleep. The story of Bhishma. He goes to the woman. Santanu has fallen in love. Actually, he is going to pick up a girl for his father. That itself was not usual in Vedic tradition. And she expresses the fear that my son will not be a king. So I don't want to marry your father because you will be the king. Even if you don't become, your son will fight for the throne. See the ferociousness with which he handles the problem. He is not saying, don't worry, I will not fight, I will make sure my son does not fight. No. The ferociousness. I declare myself Akanda Brahmachari. Understand, the scene is described by Vyasa. It was such fantastic scene. Son sacrificing his life for father's lust, which is not dharmically expected. Dharmically, he is not expected to do this. He just deals the whole problem with ferociousness and says, not only I will be a servant forever to the Hastinapur throne, he declares himself as a servant of the Hastinapur throne forever, and he died for Hastinapur throne till the end. Understand? He dropped his body to protect Hastinapur throne. The last act he did, giving all the spiritual and dharmic strength he had to Dharmaraja, now who is Hastinapur throne head. Before he left the body, he made sure the right person is in the Hastinapur throne, Yudhishthira. And he infuses all his best things, Vishnu Sahasranama, and the system to rule. Both he gives to Yudhishthira. I don't know how many of you know, Vishnu Sahasranama was chanted by Bhishma on deathbed. On arrow bed, he chanted, and he gifted the great spiritual principles, the principles of administrating a country through a spiritual way, and gave literally everything to Hastinapur throne and left the body. Listen. See, in our Puranas, every incident and the boon and the whole story you need to connect and see. Only then you will understand the principles. He declares with all the ferociousness, no more sex. I am a brahmachari, Akanda brahmachari. Understand the ferociousness. Time opens. Listen. Whenever something happens on the planet Earth, when the time layer opens, the gods and goddesses shower the flowers. Any incident you read, Devatas were showering the flowers, that incident will be directly related to opening of the time. What is opening of the time? Your vow or the decision is from space, not restricted by time. Understand? Something is imagination, visualization, declaration, if it is bound by time. The same thing, if it is not bound by time, it becomes your space.
That was a very beautiful session. Swamiji spoke on luxurious simplicity and also various different methods Swamiji gave on manifesting wealth. And then Swamiji said very beautifully, all matters is just keeping the currency correct. Luxurious simplicity is nothing but understanding that I know, even if something's taken away from me, I know how to generate it. The essence of today's program, Swamiji is saying that you are the creator of your life. You can manifest wealth anything you want. You can manifest wealth in your life as long as you're rooted in that inner wealth. As very beautifully Swamiji says that when you wealth generation is nothing but keeping the currency current. What you reserve, you reserve. As long as you keep the currency alive, wealth keeps on manifesting. So, with that, I like to thank all the participants for joining us. Today was a wonderful day with all of you. Thank you, each and every one of you, for joining us for this beautiful Paramashivoham program. With that, I would like to conclude this beautiful gift given by Swamiji with the Puna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavat Shri Nityananda Paramashiva Padukarpanamastu Om Nityanandam. Thank you everyone. Nityanandam. Thank you all the participants. Nityanandam.